Multiply and reduce to lowest form and convert into a mixed fraction. So this is the first one. 7 times 3 divided by 5. Now a whole number and a fraction, you have to multiply them. So in this condition, we know that what we have to do is you have to multiply the whole number with the numerator of the fraction, then divide by this denominator, and you will get what? 21 divided by 5. Now you have to reduce this one into its lowest form. We know that to reduce any fraction in its lowest form, you have to first find the highest common factor. So 21 and 5, of course, the highest common factor will be only 1. There can't be any other highest common factor other than 1. So it cannot be reduced further to any lowest form. Okay, so if it cannot be reduced to the lowest form, that is, it is already in its lowest form, now you have to convert it into a mixed fraction. So to convert this 21 by 5 into a mixed fraction, what we do? We first divide 21 by 5, and this will be 5 times 4 on 20. When you subtract it, you'll get 1 as the remainder. So if this is 1 as the remainder, then this will be this 4, that is the quotient, the remainder 1, and this 5. So this is the mixed fraction of this 21 by 5, right? This one, 20 times 4 by 5, so 20 times 4 and divide by 5, this will be 80 by 5, and this will give you what? If you try to simplify 80 by 5, the highest common factor of 80 and 5 will be 5. So this will be reduced to 16 divided by 1. Why? Because if the highest common factor is 5, you divide the numerator by 5, you'll get 16. You divide the denominator by 5, you'll get 1. So this is 16 by 1, that is 16 only. Can it be reduced in the mixed fraction? Well, it's already in its simplest form. There is no denominator in this case, so no need to, we don't need to change it into a mixed fraction. This is 13 times 1 by 3. So 13 multiplied by 1 and divided by 3. This is 13 divided by 3. The highest common factor of 13 and 3, again 1, because there is no other common factor than 1. Now you have to write it in its mixed fraction form. So in order to write the mixed fraction, you have to first divide 13 by 3. And this quotient will be 4, and this 12 subtraction, you got 1. So this will be 4, that is a quotient, then remainder, then this divisor. What about this one? This will be 5 times 6 divided by 2, 30 divided by 2. Highest common factor of 30 and 2 will be what? 2 itself. So when you divide the numerator by 30, you'll get numerator by 2, you'll get 15, because 15 times 2 will be 30. And when you'll divide 2 by 2, you'll get 1. So again, this is 15 actually. Should we need to change it into a mixed fraction? Well, no, it's already in the form of a whole number, right? Here are some problems on multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. The first one is 1 by 4 of 1 by 4. So if we take this first one, 1 by 4 of 1 by 4. Now we know that in a fraction, of means what? Actually multiplication. That there is 1/4 of something. Okay, there is 1/4 of something. Suppose you have an apple that is cut into 1 by 4, and now you have to take out 1 by 4 of that 1 by 4. So it means that the fraction as an operator of, it means multiplication actually. Okay. Now we know that whenever we have to multiply a fraction by a fraction, then what we do? First we multiply the numerators together, then divide by, then denominators together, and this will be 1 over 60. Let's take the second one. The second one is 1 by 4 of 2 by 5. Again, it means multiplication 1 by 4 times 2 by 5. It means that you have 2/5 of something, and from that 2/5 you have to take out 1/4 of that 2/5. So 1 by 4 times 2 by 5, this will be 1 times 2. That is, first multiply the numerators together, then divided by 4 times 5. This will be 2 by 20. And the third part is 1 by 4 of 7 by 3. This will be equal to 1 by 4 times 7 by 3, and this will be 1 times 7 divided by 4 by 3. 7 divided by 12. In the second problem, we have multiply and reduce to lowest form if possible. So let's take the first one. The first one is 2 by 3 times, this is a mixed fraction, so this 2 whole number and 2 by 3 a fraction. Now we know that this 2 and 2 by 3 can be written as, since it is a mixed fraction, so we know that to write a mixed fraction in the form of in order to simplify this mixed fraction, you'll write it, this is 3 and 3 times 2, right? And you have to write this mixed fraction in the form of an improper fraction, so 3 times 2 plus this 2 and divided by this 3. This will be 6 plus 2 divided by 3, and this is 8 by 3. So this mixed fraction has been written into the form of an improper fraction, right? Therefore, this will become 2 by 3 times 8 by 3. And therefore, 2 by 3, first you will multiply the numerators together, then divide by 3 times 3. This is 16 divided by 9. Now, we have done the first part. The second part says that reduce to lowest form if possible. Lowest form means that you have to write this fraction in its simplest form. And in order to write any fraction in its simplest form, first you need to find out the highest common factor or the greatest common divisor of these two numbers. Now, if you try to find out the highest common factor of 16 and 9, then you'll find out that the highest common factor is actually only 1 only. Okay, there is no any other number other than 1 that will be the highest common factor of these two. So it's already in its simplest form. So we don't need to further simplify it, because the highest common factor is 1 only. Let's take the second part. The second part is 2 by 7 times 7 by 9. This will be 2 times 7 divided by 7 times 9. This will become 14 by 63. Okay. Now, if you have to, the second part, if you have to simplify it, or if you have to write this fraction in its lowest form or the simplest form, first find out highest common factor of 14 and 63. The highest common factor of 14 and 63 will be 7. So 14 and 63, the highest common factor is 7. Now divide this numerator by 7. If you divide 14 by 7, what will you get? If we divide 14 by 7, we'll get 2 divided by. If you divide 63 by 7, what you will get as a quotient? The quotient will be 9, right? So this 2 by 9 is actually the simplest form or the lowest form of this one. So this is the answer for the second part. Now this third part. The third part is 3 by 8 times 6 by 4. So 3 times 6 divided by 8 times 4, and this will be 18 divided by 32. 18 divided by 32. Now if we have to find out, whether to find out the lowest form of this fraction, again you have to find out the highest common factor. And the highest common factor in this case, that is 18 and 32, will be 2. So if we divide 18 by 2, then what quotient you will get? You will get 9 divided by. If you divide 32 by 2, what quotient you will get? You will get 16. So 9 divided by 16, 9 by 16 is the answer for this one. Let's take the fourth one. The fourth one is 9 by 5 times 3 by 5. This will be 9 times 3 and 5 times 5. This will give you 27 by 25. Now if you try to find out the highest common factor of 27 and 25 in order to get the lowest form of this fraction, then you will find that even in this case the highest common factor is 1 only. So it's already in its simplest form, because if you will divide the numerator and the denominator by 1, you are going to get back this same number only. So this is the answer for this fourth one.